give our welcoming, and thanks everyone for joining us today.
Well, thank you, George. It's once again a pleasure to be in Brantford. And a lot of people would ask, what is the MP from Niagara Centre doing in Brantford? Well, it's always nice to join Philomena, Minister Tassi, when she makes these wonderful announcements on behalf of the federal government. But to all of you, I do want to say good morning and bonjour, and thank George for that kind introduction. Very much appreciated. And all of you, the whole team here at Lintec, for hosting us today, hosting both Mr. Tassi and I, and our teams here today at your wonderful facility. To begin, I do want to acknowledge that we are all gathered today, and with respect, on the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee lands, and of course the home of many peoples that continue to work, live, and play in this fine area here in the city of Brantford. And again, I want to thank each and every one of you joining here today in person, but as well virtually for this wonderful announcement and celebration for some great news for a local manufacturer today. And as the Member of Parliament for Niagara Centre, the Parliamentary Secretary for Indigenous Services Canada, and currently filling in as Parliamentary Secretary for Northern Affairs as well, it's a privilege to be with you. I'm fortunate to be with you, to take this opportunity like this that we have today to visit and to acknowledge an organization such as this that are working hard to make Southern Ontario great. And I have to say this, again, to my question, what is the Member of Parliament for Niagara Centre doing here in Brantford? I'll say it this way, I carry many files, the Great Lakes file, the Transport file, the Indigenous file, Northern Affairs file, Communities file, Infrastructure file, and I think one of the most enjoyable parts of the job, especially what I involve myself in, and I don't just say I mean we, I have members of my team, Sadie and Mitchell here today with me, is the fact that it's all relevant when it comes to economic development. So what happens in Niagara benefits Brantford, benefits Hamilton, benefits KW, as far as Windsor, quite frankly, the whole southwestern region of Ontario. And we play off each other when it comes to the growth of our economies. With the people that work with us, the supply chains, the way we get product out to market, whether it be through train, through road, through air, or through water, the Welland Canal, and how all that infrastructure benefits and strengthens, quite frankly, the overall economy of all southwestern Ontario, whether it be in Niagara, whether it be in Hamilton, whether it be in Brantford, or across right from one side of the 401 in Windsor, right on down into the GTA. And when you look at Ontario's manufacturing sector, it's responsible for 30% of our provincial GDP and more than 25% of employment. Manufacturing is a major contributor to Ontario's economy and remains the second largest sector, employing nearly 800,000 workers, and all of you included. And this industry has amazing potential for modernization and for growth. The Government of Canada is committed to supporting our manufacturers, committed to supporting you, quite frankly, as people, as Canadians. As you all evolve to adopt greener processes as well as technologies, increase your production capabilities, and create good jobs for Canadians. And we need to work together. It's imperative. Not only working together, government and private, but also working together, government, private, and all the partners throughout the supply chain and the organizations, the businesses that support them to continue to have access to the right tools and supports needed to remain at the cutting edge of innovation. But I have to say this again, how important it is that we all work together. Government, private sector, supply chains, and not only those that are manufacturing, but also those that are in transportation, innovation, technologies, and the list goes on. And that's what makes Canada Canada, and that's what's going to grow overall our national economy based on those strengths that you, quite frankly, are an integral part of. So with that, I'm pleased to introduce a friend, a colleague, probably one of the hardest workers on the Hill. Definitely the hardest worker on cabinet. Philomena Tassi. Philomena is the Minister responsible for the Federal Economic Development Agency for Southern Ontario to make a very important announcement for this region today. Philomena?
No, it's okay, yeah. I love Vance Badaway. Look, good morning, everyone. It's absolutely fantastic to see that we're joined today by some of the employees here. Vance, as always, thank you for that very kind introduction. The feeling with respect to the work ethic is mutual. You're a champion in so many ways, not only for your constituents, but for this province and this country. So thanks so much. And of course to Phil and to George and the team at Lintech Label and Print Solutions for welcoming us today. We had the opportunity to have a little tour, and I'll tell you, I'm so impressed. I'm very excited. It's a great morning to be able to make this announcement here with each and every one of you. Look, our government believes in investing in people, potential, and the possibilities available for Canadian businesses and organizations. And Lintech is a perfect example of that. We know, as I look out now at the workers, I want to say that the workers are what drive us forward. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. And I know both George and Phil really appreciate. In fact, as we were doing the tour, we were getting little bios on each of the workers. Susan, for example, who's been here from the beginning. Look, I just want to thank you, because it's through your hard work and dedication that we are able to elevate people to new heights. And the potential for Southern Ontario over the next decade, I can say, is sky high. We have an opportunity here to ensure Canadians will have good, high-paying jobs for generations to come. We're building an end-to-end Canadian supply chain that will support future manufacturing industries right here at home. And I think, George, as we were going through, you made the comment, and it's a very important one. It's important for customers to have the availability of products close to home. We want to strengthen our supply chains right here. We have the talent, we have the ability, we have the potential, and we have people like Phil who are willing to take those risks. We want to continue to make good investments in that potential and that possibility to bring the possibility to a reality. And with our strong, dedicated, and talented workforce, we know that anything is possible. So it's so fitting to be here in Brantford today. Here, manufacturers and innovators have contributed to and embrace new technologies and techniques that push the limits of production. Folks, this started in Phil's garage. Look at what we have before us today. An amazing company that is producing products that are sustainable and that are cutting edge. It's taking these steps, it's taking that innovative approach and really providing services to Canadians and beyond. And so we are so happy to be here today. It's a great example of our eco-friendly products that we have here for the household, for personal care, for food, and for beverage markets. Canadian businesses are growing. They are creating jobs for the future and working hard to find cleaner solutions for a healthier Canada. They see possibilities before them and are making the decisions needed to reach their potential. Not always easy, risk involved, but recognizing the benefit and the need is something that you have embraced here, and it's absolutely tremendous to see. And I think customers out there too, to know the environmentally friendly approach you are taking here is information that's very important to share. Our strongest gift is our people here in Canada. And we know that we have the potential and that we can make those possibilities turn into reality, and that leads to strong economic growth. So important now in Canada as we traverse some very challenging times. Our government is investing in businesses like yours so you can build towards your dreams and continue to create made-in-Canada jobs that will remain here for years to come. We can grow our economy, create good jobs, and fight climate change so that the future generations have a healthy planet to call home. Which brings me to why we are here today. I am pleased to announce that our government is investing $1 million for Lintech to create new products and help establish a Southern Ontario-based supply of eco-friendly packaging. With this investment, George and the team will add compostable, recyclable, and cost-effective flexible packaging to their product lines, upskill employees, and create 8 new jobs right here in Brantford. To support this new flexible packaging business line, Lintech has partnered with Lambton College, which will support the project with research to improve safety, recyclability, and reliability. Lintech has shown a commitment to sustainability. I hope this investment will help propel your efforts even further and meet the growing demand for sustainable solutions. Our government is working every day to make your lives easier, your jobs better, and our communities stronger. And we are so fortunate to have amazing entrepreneurs like you who are bringing their ideas to fruition. We are so delighted to be able to support you in your endeavors, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you very much for welcoming us here today.
Glad to have the visit from the federal government, obviously, and from the Member of Parliament. So thanks everyone once again for coming here. And you will see through these little words I'm going to say that we are a different company to what you have seen out there. This coming year is going to be our 30th anniversary. And as Ms. Tassi, the Honorable Minister, was saying, it started at the garage of Phil. And now we are this amount of people, this investment, this one building. So one of the areas or the mantras that he stated from the beginning of his venture as an entrepreneur was to excel at customer service. And we are, as of today, maintaining that. And I see that on an everyday. I am always curious to see why people put the names to the different items that we are involved in the inception, whether it's our children, our pets, or our own companies. And Lintech comes because Phil admired another organization in Southern Ontario located in Guelph, which has a multinational footprint and also has a very good presence in the manufacturing sector. You probably know who am I talking about, but that's the reason of the name of the organization. And we are trying to, on a daily basis, emulate what they do in their different activities. I started in the company 2 years ago, and I'm going to tell you, I was impressed by the caliber of personnel that I found here. I cannot finish telling the stories of people that have been going beyond the mark, beyond whatever we're supposed to do. People that tell me, hey, I need to come over the weekend to work on this because we need to finish this, okay? People that tell me, or people that on the shop side saying, you know what, we have this component, I'm gonna make it myself and make sure that we ship on time. That's another thing that we have seen. And believe me, I've been there with other organizations, and I see the passion that everyone from the Lintech team has been putting in the company. And that's a reflection of our values. We have 4 values that have identified ourselves and that we try to promote. One is that we care for the needs of our customers. We try to find the solution for the different items that they have. And we try to come up with something that is going to be cost-effective for them and also that is going to be beneficial for us. And has been as well, we are labeled as the experts through this participation that we have on a regular basis. So, and we arrived to this point of how did we arrive into this specific moment that we have, in which Lintech has been quite fortunate. Throughout the years, we have been really fortunate to work with top-notch customers in different industries, and they have been loyal with us. We still have confectionery customers in the area that have been working with us from the moment that we started with the offset printing, and we still supply them with labels. And the idea came in last year. Phil and I were talking about what can we do to diversify it and to get into a different market. And the answer was flexible packaging. Phil came up with the idea and the support, and we decided to give it a try. Why? Because we are really good experts at printing, and flexible packaging, a key component is the printing technology that we have. Now you see this piece of equipment that we have, and some customers have already been asking us to be doing that. So I have found in the marketplace that there is a lot of flexible packaging needs, and we did our own research. There's a lot of products from China, Korea, East, and even from the States. I have found customers or companies that sell flexible packaging in Canada from the States. So there's a need for this type of product, and we are doing really good work every day to try to find those companies that can allow us to really grow our company locally, and that we can tap into the opportunities that they can bring with the current customer base and with the new customers that we're doing. And additionally, as Minister Tassi mentioned, we are trying to focus on an ongoing environmental sustainability. We have partnered with, as she mentioned, one of the top-notch colleges in plastic and film, and we are already doing inroads for that type of home compostability and recyclability. So we have all the elements to help us out move forward. We diversified our products 14 years ago, and now that we're close to our 30th anniversary, we are diversifying once again. Offset printing now is not as big as it used to be before, and we hope that we grow this flexible packaging line as much as we have with the label things. So I'm going to ask Phil to give our remarks, and appreciate everyone, the minister and the FedEx for their support, because this company in the Brent area has shown that culture, values, people, and business acumen can result in profits, growth, and jobs. So thank you very much, Minister. Phil, please.
Thanks, George. Appreciate that, and welcome again to Nancy and Filona and Vance there. I wasn't even aware this program was available, and George did some research and what have you, and the timing of this is amazing for our growth of our new packaging line and what have you, and it's just it's going to be instrumental in our future, right? So, and you mentioned 8 people. I'm hoping we hire 15, 20 people. So that's our kind of growth based on the capacity we have. So we're only running 40% capacity, George. So I think we have, the opportunity to, especially with some of the projects George is working on, to really grow. And thanks for all of you to come out here and see this facility. I've never seen a crowd this big other than my own staff. It seems to be getting this size now. So anyway, when I started this business, it was all about service. I was saying in advance, I used to deliver my own product with a cart and usually go in and get another order when I would go deliver the product, and then just slowly expanded to from an offset printing and business forms broker, which basically that market became obsolete, and then we decided to get into labels 15 years ago. And basically we've started with one press and a few employees, and slowly grew into basically a 25 person staff, and now with the flexible packaging, that opens up a whole new set of doors. So anyway, but thanks again for everything, and we appreciate all your help. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, now we are going to be open up for the media to any questions that you may have. And obviously, we have the Member of Parliament, Vance, by the way, Philomena Tassi, Phil, myself, depending upon the question, please.
All right, thank you. We are now ready to take questions from the media. We have time for one question and one follow-up. Please state your name and the outlet you represent. And we'll start with questions in the room and then go online. Come on up.
Hello, my name is Kimberly DeYoung, and I'm with the Brant Beacon. This is actually more so just a clarification. Can you clarify the term flexible packaging, just for those who may not exactly click on to what that is?
I appreciate your question, and I apologize for not giving you the explanation. Flexible packaging is a term that existed or was created since the 50s, and it was just an option to the cardboard hard packaging that exists nowadays. Now, flexible packaging is found in the leading film when you buy your tomatoes and you see that there's a reclosable lid there. That's one option. The other one is when you buy your protein bars, that's the items that are wrapped around with. Or finally, what you see in the supermarkets are the stand-up pouches. That could be 3-side seal, 2-side seal. Those are the pouches that we can make. And I apologize. I mean, I think it's an excellent question because we are promoting our company, and obviously the customers want to be us. The applicability of those ones reaches several different markets. We have potential with cannabis, obviously food, produce, industrial, pharmaceutical, any type of areas. They're looking for, or they are looking for this option. Why? Because it's less weight and more convenience to the people. We have a product that at this moment we are working with a customer that is going to be frozen. They take it out of the freezer and they put it immediately into the microwave. So that's another application.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, that's it for questions in the room. Over to online.
Thank you very much. And just a little reminder, if there are any questions from media, please use the raise hand function and we will give it a second. Okay, thank you very much. No questions, and that brings us to the end of the announcement. Congratulations. Thank you very much.